Welcome back to Card Corner. Today we are doing an unboxing and review of the Suzy deck by Goos Playing Cards. Alright, we have the normal edition of the Suzy playing cards as well as the accordion edition. We're going to be doing an unboxing of the normal cards, which are the same as the accordion. So really I'm going to do an in-depth review of the standard edition, and then we're just going to take a look at the accordion edition and just play around with them basically. So what is an accordion deck? Well, it's kind of what it sounds like. Lars of Goos Cards has created a deck of cards that are interlinked together with no strings, no glue, just the cards themselves to create an accordion deck. I will open them and show you in a second. But for now, let's just open the standard edition cards. So these are the Suzy playing cards. It says Suzy right on the front, Goos Cards. These were printed in PRC by Legends Playing Cards. Features the back design right there. There's a little Goos Cards right there. Each edition is one of 500, so very limited run. It's got pull tab here so you can open your cards nice and easily. So as you can see, it's a one-way back design featuring Suzy in a pool of water and this cool kind of like sunrise backdrop right there. And Suzy is holding an accordion. Very fun, I really like that. And we got a card here that says Suzy, and we got a card here that says Suzy. Very nice, very simple jokers that incorporate themes from the back design. Very nice. There's the Ace of Spades with Suzy in the middle. I like how the pips and the actual letters feature some of this kind of watery design. You see that being incorporated in the black suits. Core cards are all watery. And then we get that nice, cool yellow orange design in the red suits. Very, very cool, very pretty. I like how we get different stripes and waves of that design throughout all the pips. Ooh, very, very cool. I love how the rays of color extend to the border here even. Very, very cool. This is a super thin deck of cards. Feels like I'm missing like a third of the deck. It's crazy that they're able to achieve this because the cards themselves don't necessarily feel as thin as the width of the deck looks. The only other deck that is this thin that I can think of is the Verts Fall Winter 17 green deck. It's about this size, but even the Verts deck, the cards themselves feel thinner than this. So each individual card isn't necessarily like too thin, but when you put them all together, it's really a small deck of cards. But if you've noticed, this accordion deck, even the box is bigger. It's super thick. So I think that might have been intentional to incorporate both decks together because you can use both decks together, and I'll show you in a second. For right now, let's give these a quick out of the box rating. Back design. This is a really fun back design. It's really goofy. It's a one-way back design. I'm feeling a strong 8 on the back design for this one. Feel. I mean, they feel good. They're super, super thin, like I said. I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet. I'm really going to have to play around with them for a while before I get a consensus on how they actually feel. So for right now, I'm gonna give them a solid 7.5 on feeling and handling. Overall theme and aesthetic, I think they did a great job with their theme and aesthetic. All the colors are gorgeous, and especially with the accordion theme with the special deck, they're pretty perfect. So I'll give them a 10 out of 10 on theme and aesthetic. All right, let's take a look at the accordion deck, which I have opened already. I know, I'm sorry, but in my defense, I had already handled the accordion deck pre-release. I was able to play with them for a few minutes in a cardistry jam, and I am not gonna give the accordion deck itself a rating anyway, so I opened them. Jake, why aren't you giving the accordion deck a rating? Well, if you saw my review for the Holy deck of cards by Missing New York, I am essentially doing the same thing for the same reason. These are not a normal deck of cards. These are a specialty deck of cards, and they do not handle like a normal deck of cards. So therefore, I cannot compare them and give them a score based on normal decks of cards on this channel. So this is just gonna be a fun little bonus deck essentially, and I am omitting a rating for this deck. So as you can see, it's the same thing, but the tuck box is super big and it says accordion right here. Oh. So here is the accordion deck. And as you can see, each card is completely connected. If you look closely, there are slits in this deck. So essentially they have pieces that stick out upwards and downwards, and then they have these slits in the middle, and you connect those pieces through the slits, and then that connects each card. You can actually see it here. You see how that moves right there? So these are literally just interlinked to one another, which is super cool. But because of that, this deck is super big and bouncy. Even if you compress it like this, like it's quite the thick deck. So I've seen people from the Goos team essentially just taking little packets of this because you can break it off. These were hand assembled, believe it or not. Somebody sat down and assembled this card by card, which is nuts. So if they break, you can fix them. I will say it is purgatory trying to fix these though. It's so knacky and so, dude, as soon as they break, it's like the worst sound in the world and you want to die. Because I can't lie, they're difficult and annoying to put back together. But anyways, you can take chunks of packets and just have a packet of accordion, slap it on top of your normal deck, do some move with your normal deck that allows you to do packet cuts, and then do some cool accordion cut within that as well. So there you have it. I'm not very good at using this deck yet. They're kind of hard to handle, at least handle with confidence, because you don't want to break them. So I am still adjusting, but in a second I will cut to a wide shot where I'll show you guys some of the things you're able to do with this deck in motion. And other than that, I'm going to handle these bad boys, see how they break in, see how they handle, and I will come back for a final review and rating. All right, here's my final score for the Suzy playing cards. Back design. For an out-of-the-box score, I gave these an 8 out of 10. My score remains an 8 out of 10 for these. Again, I think this is a really fun back design. It's just really goofy and unique. It's also quite vibrant with its colors. It's a solid 8 out of 10. Feeling and handling. I gave these an out-of-the-box score of 7.5. And after playing with them and handling them for a while, my updated score is a 7.7. These handle well, they fan really nice, they obviously do packet cuts well, they feel good in your hands. The only thing keeping me back from giving this a higher score is the fact that this feels like quite a small deck. It feels really thin in your hands. Like I said in my review, it almost feels like you're missing part of your deck. So for me, it literally just comes down to personal preference. They do handle well, I just wish the deck was a little bit bigger. Overall theme and aesthetic. I gave these a 10 out of 10. I'm sticking to a 10 out of 10 on the theme and aesthetic. It has a fun back design. It has a fun concept, which is illustrated in the back design. And all of the number cards and the face cards incorporate all the really cool blues from the water, as well as all those really nice yellows and oranges from the sunrise behind Suzy. And overall, through and through, each card is basically a custom card. That brings the total deck score to an 8.5. Great job, Goos Cards. A very fun deck and concept, especially the actual accordion deck. I know what you must be thinking, Jake, you must have gotten so good at accordion moves. No. I have not. It's hard, dude. They are hard to work with. As I was filming this, it broke off into 3 packets. They broke while I was trying to film this. It's just one of those things. Not that I never will get good at this, but I think it's gonna take a long time for me to be able to work these comfortably or make any sort of cool moves with them. I kind of just have to tip my hat to the pro cardists out there that were able to make moves for all of these promo videos with these. They make it look a lot easier than it is, as with all cardistry they do. But either way, it's a really fun deck. It's fun to play with. I just can't do much with it aside from just going, ooh. Ooh. That's it. That's the extent of the moves I can do right there. Just see, I literally can't even do that. I know I said I'd give you a wider shot of me doing a bunch of accordion moves, but that's okay, because I also am often disappointed by things as well. That's all I got for you. That's what I can do. Whoa! And honestly, if I'm keeping it real with you, Chief, at this current hour, I am not reassembling these 3 packets to attempt to do more moves that I can't do in the first place. But thank you so much for watching. That is the Suzy deck. Those are the accordion playing cards. They're really fun, they're really cool. What a concept to even think of and execute. Like, just a round of applause for the Goose. You know, whoever Goose is, Mr. Goose, the Goose. Smart Goose. If you like this video, please drop a like, please drop a subscribe. Show all your friends my annoying face and cards. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can still find these cards on goos.com. So even if you're not a cardist and you just want a cool little tabletop display thing and check this out type of thing, go get a Goose. Okay? They're not that expensive. They're like $15. I think the accordion deck's like $20. But that's not, come on, that's not, you spend that much at McDonald's, bro. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Welcome back to Card Corner. Today we are doing an unboxing and review of the brand new Suzy playing, All right, here's my final score for the Suzy playing cards. God damn it.